I forgot my intro. It's a thing in a place with Don. I almost said Mags, Ashley, and Steve.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you for remembering me.
Mm-hmm. Steven.
Sorry, I had to
He
sorry,
fell asleep on the
I looked
bus.
back at my monitor and I realized I remembered every time you send a message, I have to exit out of it from Pointless Bot's perspective. Yeah, so I
I
had
will
so
say
okay,
now,
your
if you try
intro
to get on my
unfortunately
stage,
has
I
that
will
in it.
kill your fucking family. Thank you.
So did you get any admin to bring more people or what?
So Chubby's tried her best to bring in people, and currently Jinx is mega busy, so he couldn't do it.
I can no offense to Shubs, I no Shubs, I respect you highly, but you do sound very young, and so I can see why someone wouldn't want to go in the portal because it might sound like, come join my Fortnite party or something. And so
My
like
Fortnite party? She sounds young.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. I retract
Yeah.
that statement.
like since it's
Yeah.
hard to pinpoint exactly how old you are, it sounds like you might be trying to say that. I could say so. If I didn't know you, that's I probably would ignore it too, just being honest.
Yeah.
She
I
okay,
would
she
assume
agrees
you were
with
like
me. She
8.
agrees with me. So do we want to
Not
head
too
into it?
different from us. I would ignore everyone here, so it's fine.
Like I wouldn't I was afraid of you at first. Don, I was kind of just because at the time when I was more introverted, he was just as introverted, and also he was in a group that I was more intimate with, and so like it was easier to talk to him.
Mm, Super
Okay,
Tuesday. Wait,
I,
that was
I feel
months
like
ago.
I feel like
Sorry.
half of the reason that I talked to you as much as I did is because the first show was so shit that I was just like, whatever, these guys are fine.
yeah, that was something. But
That was an
anyway,
amazing show.
I have reached out to 10 different people to come on this show, and none of them have replied to me.
like
Not even to say
that
no
show.
thanks, and I'm
The first
pissed.
show that you would, the first show you ever saw of this got so bad, I literally had to
Hey.
reenact that movie Speed, or at least scenes from it. Look with the
Oh
bus
yeah,
that.
I do remember that.
Yeah, or was it Speed? Yeah, it was Speed. The
Yeah, I'm
Keanu
pretty sure
Reeves
it was
one.
Speed.
Yeah, I had to like shittily narrate.
I didn't know you were
Oh,
taking
you have to
speed.
pass between buses. Oh, deactivate the security camera. Oh god. Anyway,
It was a
so the
wonderful
first
shit
topic.
show.
I'll just bring in the first
Yes,
topic, um,
truly, let's
which
go
is
for it.
like 10 to 20 minutes ago, I fucking found a video on Reddit and I thought this was child abuse. And then I'm like, you know what? I'll bear with it. Let's read the title. Let's see the explanation. Oh, okay. This is actually a really good thing. So what it was is, like basically, and even if it was, this wouldn't be like something too tough to see. But
Go
basically,
on.
there's this thing dangling from the ceiling. Bear with me. You have to bear with me because I know this sounds terrible so
Sing.
Go
far.
on.
There's
Sing.
there's this thing dangling from the ceiling, and it has like a ring kind of thing that you put around the kid's head, and I assume it fastens pretty
Oh, I know what
tightly.
you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
kid
and
that has the spina bifida or some shit.
yes, and like so the kid is fully capable of. You see partway through the video, he stands quite comfortably if he's just in the center,
Hmm.
so he has full control over this thing. But like,
Yeah,
yeah, so he just
it's a
swings it
form of
like a
therapy.
pendulum to help his fucking spine. And I thought it was like some parent putting him in a timeout at first.
No, it's a form of physical.
I thought it was like, how's that kid's
It's
neck
a
not gonna break?
no, it's a form of physical therapy.
Yeah, so I know it's a good thing now, and I'm so fucking relieved, and I'm so glad I gave it that chance. But I'm like, I was so ready to say, "What the fuck are they doing? why, why are you doing this? Why?" But
I
yeah,
just thought of the clip and the song "You Spin Me Right Round, Baby" just popped in my head.
like I was straight up terrified that this kid's neck was just gonna fucking. I was gonna witness a death, but no, no, he's doing something good for his body, and that's. I didn't know you could hang just from your head like that, especially from that
You
early
sh-
age.
Yeah.
well,
Like especially from an early
I
age
don't know what
like
I'm
that.
talking about. I won't speak.
Okay,
Yeah. Not a
but like
doctor.
I don't know. Not a- Did you get that? Never mind. Um, but yeah, that's just terrifying to me. The idea of just hanging just from your head like that. So whatever
No, it's
topics you
Ashley's
guys.
topic.
Mm.
Okay, so I was really curious earlier.
Sorry.
I'm grabbing my
just the-
phone.
So no, just the name Smashly popped in my head, and I didn't like it.
The Smashly.
Some Ashley once told me.
Wow. I feel like that was my Twitter handle at one point, but
Smashly.
earlier,
Oh, if you ever got into Smash Bros, then maybe.
I
Oh my
am into
God.
Smash Bros. Check yourself
Then
before you
rename
wreck
yourself
yourself.
Smashly.
I
Right
did
now.
at one point. It is Halloween. I am Slashly. Get it right.
Smashly.
So
She did the
earlier,
smash.
I was
Smashly.
very curious about whether a pumpkin was a vegetable or a fruit. I was just like, I
think
don't
it's a
actually
fruit.
know this.
Seeds,
I think
fruit.
it's technically a berry among the squash
So
family.
yeah,
but
Berry?
it's technically a berry, but among the squash family. I think.
I don't know.
Okay,
I
I don't
got
know if
mixed
I'm the
results when
dumbass
I
here
looked it up.
or...
Hey,
They said
Google.
botanically. Hey, I have the topic. I
Sorry.
can tell you. I am Google,
Okay.
bitch.
I am your god.
Apparently, botanically, it's a fruit, but everyone treats it like a vegetable when cooking. I
Yeah.
don't know what that even.
Tastes
I
like
don't know
one.
what that
It
means because
functions like one.
I eat meat, so.
Well,
But
yeah,
I
you
found
can eat
this.
meat with pumpkin.
Yeah,
I thought
it
you
was a
said you
joke.
eat heat, and I was like,
I also do that. Have you ever
Reminding
had
of
just
the
like
swing of
a
web in your
heater just
direction.
blast into your face and make you want to throw up? Because I had that happen a lot.
a
Oh,
heater?
Yeah,
like
like
the heat of
like
the
hot
oven?
air just like blasting into your face.
It doesn't make me
It
want
has
to
not
throw up,
ever.
but I do get what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
made me
wanted
like
to.
gag.
Like
It's made my
I
face
just have a
go
weak
ow.
gag reflex.
it made me go owie.
Don't have eyebrows now, but
It gave me a
um,
boo boo.
so I found on
A boobas.
livescience.com an article, Surprising Truths About Fruits and Vegetables. The first sentence is, or make that their fruits. Oh, drat, which is it? Which immediately intrigued me as to what the fuck they were on when writing this. And I've learned a couple things, which is these people don't know how to write an article. They're just rambling most of the
Mhm.
time. The thing that is funny from my point of view, and it's always a mystery to me, is that everyone knows that a tomato is a fruit, but they don't know that a squash or a string bean or a cucumber is also a fruit.
Well, if you go
Which,
through like the same like process in your head where it's like, oh, it has seeds, it's a fruit, then like you'll just go through all those in your head and go, oh, they all have seeds, huh? Yeah, I guess they're fruits.
yeah, like I guess technically, but I don't feel like that's
Does a
true.
pit count as a seed?
I wouldn't know because this
'Cause then-
article tells me really nothing about anything.
Well, because then like an avocado would be a fruit if a pit is a seed.
Avocado is a fruit according to this live science article.
According to this BuzzFeed and like fucking
Yeah.
quiz.
On the other hand, rhubarb is
According
not
to
a fruit,
5 Minute Craft.
and let's not even start with strawberries.
Oh no, what the fuck is what's strawberries?
Yeah, strawberries aren't berries because their seeds are on the outside.
You shut your damn mouth.
Yeah.
No way.
Strawberries are fruit.
Yeah, they're
Sorry,
fruit,
that's
but they're
not
not berries.
that sounded much more rude than I intended it, but you just fucking shit my brick.
I didn't know I had the ability to do that for you.
So in this article, at one point, that like one of the next, it's so fast. Like I'm not even like I'm recapping very slightly. Lettuce, kale, spinach, and cabbage are the leaves of a plant, and then the next sentence is just, "What about legumes?" Which I find a hilarious sentence.
Which is really fucking confusing, because in French, legumes are just vegetables. So for the longest time, I thought when people said legumes, they're just trying to be a fancy asshole and be like it's a vegetable, but legume. But no, apparently that's a whole totally different thing in the English language.
Yes. Legumes are a family of plants, and they all have the same type of fruit, a bean. Actually, that is technically called a legume. Examples, snow peas, string beans, or sugar snap peas, all fruits of the legume variety. And so I've learned nothing about what a legume is, because it said a bean is a fruit, and legumes are fruit beans. I don't understand anything about food anymore. They're gonna tell me that meat's a fucking fruit next. I have
Is
no
a shotgun a fruit? Because it makes me want to put one in the roof of my mouth. This article. It has
So
seeds on the
peas,
inside.
also kidney
Don't
beans,
pull it.
chickpeas, and fava beans might fool you. They are fleshy and don't look like stems or leaves, but they are not fruit. The
I
pea
wonder.
or
Wait,
bean is the seed, which they called beans fruit a moment ago, so I have no idea what they're talking about. And let me go to the end of the article because it has one of my favorite endings. In another twist, pineapples are called a multiple fruit. Each one is actually a whole bunch of fruits formed from the fused ovaries of many other different flowers.
Fused Ovaries is a great band name.
And and then the article ends. You just end with telling you multiple fruits exist and not explaining it fully or what other multiple fruits there are. I learned negative things from this article.
Does a shotgun
So what you're
count as a
telling me
fruit?
is
That is
you
still the
don't have
question
an
I have.
answer of what I was just going to ask Google.
What? What were you going to ask Google?
I was going to ask it if whether or not a pumpkin is a berry, and you said no, I have an answer, and then you didn't give me an answer.
Well, berries are different. I said it's just a fruit. It's not considered a berry.
Great.
So
Is
I
a
did.
shotgun a fruit?
Oh my god.
Shotguns
And
don't
It
you're
grow,
has.
so
shotgun.
I would say it's more
Well,
like processed foods.
it has bullets in it. Those
It
count as
has
seeds, don't
GMOs.
They don't grow bullets.
it? Bullets don't grow more guns.
It's not a redneck. They don't just produce bullets.
Bullets
Just
are the
produce
sperm of the gun
shotguns.
world.
Bullets are the sperm of the gun world. I'm so tempted to make that the episode title. Uh,
I
but
mean,
anyway.
might as well.
I don't
Anyways,
think we
moving
can
on to
legally.
my.
I don't think we can do that. Not legally, but like within the YouTube terms of service.
To
I
talk
mean, you
about
just might
sperm
get
and bullets.
demonetized.
Well, we're not
Yeah.
even monetized, so fuck it.
So
If we ever
awesome, just
want a
say it.
chance of it, though.
Well, I mean, it would just be that video.
Yeah, almost. Steve, you also have to keep in mind that almost every video content that we make does not fit in with YouTube's guidelines.
That's fair. So anyway, what was your topic? Because I'm
So
really
my
excited
topic
every
is a
time you have to see.
development from last week's story, where I was talking
Ooh,
about different men that I started talking to. So, Mr. Development, the specific person I'll be talking about today, I'm talking directly to you now because I'll eventually show him this episode.
oh no.
I'm going to distort things slightly in order to fit in with this narrative. Great.
I am
Um,
very, very tempted to cut out this part if you're showing this to him.
Why?
Depending on what you're about to say is what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm truly, it's fine. I had a conversation with him about what and why is being distorted. Anyways, so I just didn't want him to be confused if he was like, that's not true. Anyways, so no, but the majority of what I'm saying is it just moving on. So how do I word this? He's a rich man, a very,
Oh,
very rich man. Like
how,
I
I'll bleep out how
I
many digits if you say it.
I don't know how many digits, but I know based off what he said to me, he must be very rich man, because he was talking about how he just got back from his beach house, and I was like, oh, what? And so he lives, I think this is fine to say, in New York, but I'm not going to say which city. And then he has a beach home in North Carolina on these string of islands on like the in the ocean. And I started looking them up on Street View, and I'll send you both a photo. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not his house. Apparently his is
Mm-hmm.
bigger, but it's
Oh,
the one that I found is 3 fucking stories tall. So if that doesn't tell you something, and he's currently working on being a full-fledged architect. So money.
are you interested in each other?
Yeah, other like I'm not just interested in for the money. Like I didn't
Like I
know
okay,
that first.
that was more of me asking. I because I know that I know the like I know the kind of character that you portray on here, but I know you wouldn't just date someone for the money. But
Oh
like,
yeah. Well,
Like-
earlier today I had to listen for a big brain. He said some smooth brain shit earlier today. I truly had to school him on what
Oh,
the
no.
fuck the space program's for.
Well, you
Like,
had to school
he-
me on what sound is. So I mean,
But
and
you don't have
we-
big brain.
Oh, thanks. At least he's
Wow.
honest. At least he's
Yeah.
fucking honest.
He's not gonna lie to you.
It's fair. It's fair, and I won't lie to him. But anyway.
I mean,
um,
anyways,
but yeah.
so
So
he's anyway. So it's just
he's genuinely
not-
interested in you,
yes, I like him a lot, and it's just truly.
and he likes you.
I assume.
Okay.
What? I don't know. Just
I was because you didn't answer the question the first time, so I asked it again, and then you answered it. So that's where I'm at now.
oh, okay. Yeah, I assume. It'd be very odd if it was a no. It'd be very odd if it was a no. I assume.
Here's all my
Based on
shit. Fuck off.
based on conversation, I think it's a yes. I'm gonna assume. Yes. Yes.
You're making me start
Yeah.
to assume that you're about to be like on a collar in his bedroom. Oh my God.
That's fair. That's fair.
But anyways,
Okay.
so I'm trying to think of like how to word this. Like,
I can't tell if that's wind
He's-
or rain. It's wind. That's weird.
It's
Sorry,
hail.
it's just really powerful
Uh,
wind. What?
it's hell.
It's hail.
just like a fucking basketball-sized chunk of ice just goes shattering through my.
Yeah, just- is that
That's how
wind
you
or
die.
rain? It's Batman.
Baseball-sized fucking thing close me to the head.
Oh my god. Okay, so I don't just like him for the materialistic things, but I just need to give like a bigger scope, a bigger picture of like what kind of Richmond this is. So this is a Richmond who has it's either 3 or 5, I don't remember, acres of land
$1 million.
that he just lives on. And then he has his own like well and like water system, I believe. From what I understand, that's like what he lives. I don't know. I'm shook. I'm truly shook because almost every time that someone I try to date seems okay, and then starts to have like really good things, it then goes downhill really fast.
Well, don't expect
So
it,
I'm just-
or else then you're inviting it.
No, that's true. No, I'm not trying to expect it, but then it's just what I'm used to. So then it's anxiety a little bit to be like, no, it's too good to be true. It can't possibly be this way. No.
That's fair.
So
I
no
understand
one
that.
told you life was gonna be this way. I
really
recently
hate the
found
show.
out Friends is one of my #1 things to watch when I'm really fucking high.
Oh, wow, because that's perfect. Because just before you said that sentence, I just hate that show.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Like,
just
I
sad
can't-
that it's so anti-LGBT sometimes.
I was gonna say that's the only way that I can enjoy it anymore because of how problematic it gets. They went through a solid 2 episodes that I saw recently where it's like the men in the show. Like the entire plot was them trying to like find their way out of things being so girly around here recently. We need to do something manly, and like there's misogynist shit where it's like, and I kid you not, Thanksgiving special I saw like just 2 nights ago. They fucking Joey's like main thing was he was
Yeah,
being
let's
really
report on a
fucking
show in the '90s.
like Joey was being like really fucking rude towards Rachel, like getting her to like hurry the hell on when it comes to like making making like the dinner and then dessert, because they knew that he and Ross wanted to like had this thing that they were invited to, this Thanksgiving with this like hot girl that just moved in with Joey and her dancer friends, and they wanted to go out drinking with them. It's a really
know-
problematic show.
So I know the difference between Full House and Friends, but this entire time, I've just been thinking of Full House when we met Friends.
Friends
I
is
hate
the one
Full
that's
House. I
Full
hate
House
Full
is
House.
much
No.
better.
Full House is a
Yeah.
lot cheesier though.
Yeah, I'm saying
This
it's
is more
better
like
in terms
comedy.
of problematic shit. I don't remember
Yeah.
much from that show.
You know what's really good
They were
with
really
problematic
stable
shit?
on that show. So I don't see
Yeah.
it getting very problematic at all.
You know what's really good with problematic shit? Golden Girls. They're always on the good side. Always. Even whenever it comes to like gay
I don't
shit.
watch it enough.
Even whenever it
I
comes
would
to gay
watch it
shit.
if I could remotely stand Blanche. I cannot watch her for more than 5 minutes without like fucking
You know who she reminds me of?
me.
No, I was really hoping that would be
Oh,
intended, but no.
I
She reminds
I
me
thought you were
of a
going to
lot of
say
my
me
aunts.
to piss me off.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say if you didn't guess that, but then I knew immediately as soon as I said it that you were gonna guess that. So whatever. No, but she actually reminds me a lot of my aunts. So all of them
Like
collectively.
I can see that, like how that would be the case, but yeah. Anyway, I love every other. I'm at least okay with every other character and love some of them, but Blanche I just cannot stand for very long.
But her character is so important.
She's so fucking annoying. I'm sorry. She's like the squirrel from Ice Age. I don't like it as much as anybody else does.
You're a monster.
I
I
love
no,
the
it's
squirrel
just
from Ice
because.
Age.
Okay, wait, hold on. Let me just say,
Yeah, dig
when
yourself out of
those
this hole.
when those movies were in their heyday, I was very used to like literally everything in my life just like weighing everything I want against me, and like everything that I want is like just a little bit out of reach. And it was through like a very rough time
So
in
you
my
felt
life, and
personally attacked.
so seeing him go through that, I was like, you know what? If I can't even get the fucking squirrel getting the nut in fiction, fuck this whole movie. So I turned it off, and fucking like if I can't even get it when I'm relaxing to watch a fucking movie, where the fuck do I get it? So I went to watch something else, probably a Marvel movie or a Pixar movie or something.
Yeah,
Like
no, yeah.
so that's why I have such a grudge against like the fucking writers of that for that squirrel. I'm like, I get why it's funny, but that was always my least favorite part because I'm like, just give him the fucking nut, just give it to him, please, for the love of
I think it's
Christ.
just I think it's just supposed to be relatable because like we've all felt that pain of like it's
Yeah,
right there, but you
I
can't
didn't
have
want
it.
to relate. I wanted to see what I can't have, and so that I could feel it somewhere. Like that was my whole reason for watching a movie, and so I went somewhere else for that. That's
Steve,
like
think about it like this: you'll never be Spider-Man.
Yeah, but like the general principles of that story, I can at least like do generally the same thing for.
I
Like
was
I know I can't
intending for that to
completely do
hurt you. I realize that that's a mean thing for me to do, but that
like
sentence was
I
intended to hurt you, and it
accepted when
didn't
I
phase
was
at
like
all.
I accepted when I was like 10, 11 years old that I'll ever be Spider-Man. But
Mm.
I at least can follow his general principles. But if I follow the fucking squirrel principles, I'm never going to get what I want out of life. Like so, you know, take with it what you will. I'm sorry. I've just been holding in this fucking anger about what they did with that squirrel for
Can
so many
tell.
years. It's been it's
It's
been
just been
well over a
burning in your heart for a decade.
it's been well over a decade that I've just been sick to shit of the fact that
When
this
did the
squirrel
first
can't
Ice
get
Age
any.
come out?
I don't know, but the moment I saw the first trailer, I'm like,
2008.
but he didn't get the acorn. Even when I saw the movie, but he still didn't get the acorn. What the fuck? Like, where the fuck is this? I hate it so
I wonder
much.
if he got it in the last film. If there
I
was a
hope
last
so.
film.
If
Are they
they
still
didn't,
No.
making
I will
Ice Age?
riot.
No, he didn't.
I think one's in production, but it's in like really hard pre-production. So
Uh,
if he never does, I swear I'll never watch another one, and I haven't seen more than like two of them. I have just such a gripe with Ice Age. I'm sorry. I didn't think this would come out today.
what if I download the movies and edit out the squirrel bits?
Honestly, I would watch the shit out of
You'd be
that.
committing a
I
federal
mean that
crime.
genuinely.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
I'd, I'd, I mean that genuinely. I'd watch the absolute fuck out of that because I love the rest
Maybe
of the
you owe
movie. It's
her a
fine.
favor.
No, if I bought the film, I could do it.
Yeah, if you buy the
No,
film,
because then
then
you'd be sharing it to another person.
wait. But no, if
If you're
there's
sharing it to
if
like one or two people, then it's fine.
yeah,
Mm.
It's when
it's
you
like
start
how
like putting it out for masses.
yeah,
Mm.
like it's like how if you purchased a movie, people can still sit on your couch and watch it for free with you. like kind
Yeah,
of thing.
that can't be
Yeah.
a crime.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, like if you did that, I would genuinely watch it and love it because the rest of the movie's great. I love the rest of the movie. It's fine. It's cool. I just hate that squirrel bit with a
It's cool
burning
because
spirit.
Ice Age.
I didn't
Get it
think
because
you'd
it's
get worse
called.
than me. Less than 5 episodes in. But yeah, so sorry. Any
Don's having his whole
any
other show over there.
any piece of fiction where it does that same thing with like they did with the squirrel, where they just never get it. It always got to my soul. Worst way possible as a kid. It fed my
What's it?
rage.
I'm interrupting. Hello. I'm
No,
interrupting.
please. I was actually
What?
right about to say, please go on and
Great.
thing.
Is Friends filmed before a live studio audience, or is it a laugh
I
track?
think it was.
Fuck, I
I
don't
could
know.
be wrong. I think it was live for some. No, I think it was
I've
live for some
never
parts.
heard
Not
them
for others.
like tout it. Like most shows
Yeah.
that do that, they're just like filmed in front of a live studio audience. I don't think I've ever heard that for Friends.
Yeah, that's what I was just now thinking, because I was like, at the end of the Cheers theme song, they say film before a live studio audience. Oh wait, but they don't for Golden Girls, and Golden Girls film before a live studio audience.
Fuck, I'm googling this shit.
God damn it!
Like, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say. I would think it's filmed
Is
in front of a
Friends
live
filmed
studio.
in front of a live studio audience?
I don't think the couch bits are because you can go to where that is and it's not in front of an audience. But I think the apartment parts are. And
Well,
also
then it
the
must be a
outside
laugh track.
parts. Yeah, the laugh tracks for like the couch
Yes,
parts
it was.
and the outside parts.
A
Oh,
live
for the
studio
whole thing was
or
laugh
a
track?
laugh track?
Yeah, live studio audience.
Oh, it was
Oh.
okay.
Yeah, they clarified
God,
that they
I would've
also
loved
fed
that.
them pizza.
Cool.
Oh, one thing I love about Friends is that they actually had like once they like had some leverage because they were like once they got like basically
I guess
where
you could
they
say
know them to
everyone
be
in
on
the audience
TV.
was their friend.
Wait, so
Okay.
anyway, basically, like once they had, by the way, good to see Epaulet. Once they had a certain amount of
Ugh.
leverage, like once Friends
Woman.
was like the thing on TV, like they like the main cast made an
Did you
agreement
change
with
your
the
hair?
studio.
What?
The
Me?
main cast made an
Yeah, did you
agreement with
change
the
your hair?
studio
Like, is
that
it a
like
different color red?
I
that
think
every one of
Steve's
them.
talking.
Thank you.
Well, I think I'm interrupting. Did you change your
So
hair?
I'm going to listen to
thank
Steve.
you. Oh my
It's a
god,
yes or no answer.
this is what
Woman.
I don't get when a
I
third person
literally
isn't
said yes to you.
I
Shut the
didn't
fuck
hear
up.
it.
this is what I get when it like this is what I don't have when it's just Don and I here. Someone actually fucking backing up me saying shit. But anyway, so
Well, I
like
have a
they actually
question.
well they made an agreement to the main cast of Friends made an agreement to like with the studio that if any one of them got paid any less than the rest of
Oh,
them,
yeah.
then they would all walk out. And so they well long story short, the studio complied because they couldn't like, you know.
They couldn't lose the entirety of the cast.
Well, also also they couldn't lose that fucking show. Like if they lost one cast member, it was such a high place that like their ratings would definitely see a difference. But yeah,
Yeah.
let alone the whole cast. So yeah, it was great. I just hate that it took them all gathering for them to do that.
Yeah. Film's shit. TV more so.
I wonder if they had to change the writing for the show to give like certain members more screen time because of that. Like, because they'd have to justify it.
Probably.
Yeah. Anyway, so Don.
Well, I think it was also they had a thing with the amount of screen time as well, not just the pay.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. I thought it was just
Yeah.
pay. Because I know
Yeah, it was
screen time
both.
equals pay. So, like, or at least something like that. Like, it at least feeds into pay, screen time. And so,
Yeah, it definitely feeds in.
yeah.
Don is very anxious to talk about something.
He's
No, I'm
either
just squeaking my
good
chair.
He's either good
Oh,
anxious or
okay.
bad anxious. Like, I can't tell.
No, I'm just squeaking my chair right now. I'm just listening to the different sounds that it makes depending on how
I'm
far
always
I lean
afraid
back.
to squeak my chair. Wait, can you hear when I do this?
Oh no, I know that you guys can't hear it. I checked my mic.
Wait, but can you hear when I do this?
I cannot.
All this time I've been afraid to move around in my chair at all because I can hear the squeak so clear as day. Like, but you guys can't.
That's considered background noise. Your Quest cuts it out.
But like, the Quest doesn't cut out all background noise. You can still hear some shit.
No,
Like, and I
that's
thought it was
true,
loud
but,
enough
like-
to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I thought
It's
it was
probably just not sensitive enough to hear it.
maybe, and I'm glad.
Unlike
That's
some
not
of the
complete
people,
inoculous.
so when I was doing the editing for the Coraline,
Oh
oh
yeah.
my god, one person had the loudest chair and movements, who had the fucking twisty cup that just,
Wait,
it
did
hurt
it
me
sound
so
like
much
this?
to hear it.
Let me see if I can.
Oh shit, if it's you, I'm gonna kill you.
It might be me if it sounded like or
I mean, kind of.
it
But I
might
No,
mean, that's
it
also just a
was.
generic chair
I know
sound.
who
I
it
will send
was.
you a sound sample of my chair
Yeah.
squeaking, and you will tell me. Like later on, I'll send you after
Starts
the
with an
episode,
S,
and you'll tell me if it's me. I
Starts
don't
with an
remember
S, huh?
hearing any chair
but
squeaking
not
from
that
anyone
one.
else, so it must have been me.
Not that one, cool. Well, it was
Last name
like
was
a couple,
T.
because there was somebody who definitely, like, they were like banging on their desk putting stuff down. It's just like they couldn't not make noise.
Oh. There was okay. So, by the way, this is no shade intended towards NA. He knows this. It's just he know. I've told him that this comes into play, and so basically, when I edited the Rango commentary before you came on to edit those, uh, like you have no idea how many because he was used to up to that point he was used to baking while watching the movie and doing the commentary with us, and so I had to fucking silence and try and get around so many parts where you could hear him like going chunk and like chunk of cabinets and like like like
Yeah.
it was each one was far apart, but there was so many of them, and I'm like, oh, is this a little blip that I have to silence things around? Oh no, that's a whole thing I just have to silence. Okay, but yeah,
Yeah.
it was just I don't mean any malice, but it was frustrating at the time. It's not
I
like
mean
a
full
huge burden.
malice.
It's
I hate
it's
it.
it's not a huge burden, at least for me to do that, but it's like it's just annoying. That's
Oh yeah, it's
but
not difficult. It's just tedious as fuck,
yeah,
and I hate
like
it.
I actually texted him while editing last week's Talking Hour, the actual show one, not the Patreon exclusive one. Um,
Yeah.
like
Subscribe to
I
Patreon.
asked him,
Um,
I asked, yeah, we go to Patreon, but you get to access these episodes a week early on YouTube. Haha. Anyway, so. Don't you
now they're
fucking
never
dare! I
gonna.
saw that.
Now,
I
now
saw
they're
that.
never gonna do it.
No,
Dawn
but
is
anyway,
ascending.
I was editing the Talking Hour last week, and so I texted NA real quick to ask, hey,
Sorry, just died.
you know what? Just for that, I'm censoring that. I'm visually censoring both of those.
No, it was funny
No,
though.
Steve, come on, dab for us.
Wait, Steve, look.
Do it.
Okay,
Wait,
I
wait,
will
wait,
dab
wait.
for you if you let me like censor all three.
No,
But you
Steve,
you
Steve,
send me
Steve.
the raw.
Oof.
Okay,
You want
I'll
it
edit
raw?
out the raw footage of those bits and I'll send it to you.
Yes. Okay, I will enjoy
Steve,
that then.
no. It was
That reminds me,
funny.
there's a tiny bit of the legalese that from improv night last weekend that I keep forgetting to put out to Twitter. It's literally a few seconds, and it's just this really funny bit where like if I said it would spoil it, but it's just a simple funny stupid thing. So I gotta remember to do it. I
That
don't remember
reminds
why I
me.
brought that up.
Did we do that
Wait, but
today?
I want
I don't
legalese.
think
I
we
don't
did the
know. I'm sure our
legalese.
audience is. If you can't read,
Yep.
you're stupid.
Yeah.
There we go. So
More than halfway into the
alright.
show. Awesome.
but yeah, so with the Talking Hour, I contacted NA to ask if like I could, because sometimes you can hear him like typing Innocuous Dash or bringing it up. Again, not being nitpicky with it, I'm just saying that it is a thing that happens that you can hear. I
Fucking
asked him if I
cunt.
could put up. I could ask him. I asked him if I texted him to ask if I could put up little snarky text boxes like every now and then if he'd like be offended or if he'd think it's funny, like where it just says uh like subtle keyboard noises or sorry no extremely subtle keyboard noises I put up for the duration of him going. But no, he said I'd prefer not, but if you insist, like, but
Oh
yeah,
wait,
so I didn't do it.
can't
But
feel that. Steve.
You really tried to tap his goddamn
Oh,
shoulder.
I literally was leaning over, like, trying to tap your
With our
shoulder. And I was
freaking
like, oh, wait.
70 degrees of peripheral vision.
I have fly eyes, don't you know? I have an owl neck.
Anyway, sorry. No,
I see you trying to get on stage. Anyway,
I'll kill your fucking family. Anyways,
don't say that. It's rude. Anyway,
what? I've said this for years. If you get on my stage,
I've never
I'll
been
hurt
okay
you.
with it. So
well,
what were you gonna say?
whatever. We've been on fire bus.
So
That's where
We'll
they're
put you in the bus.
okay,
We'll put you in the
so
bus.
what were
We
you
will
gonna
put
say?
You in the bus.
That is a
What
very
did you want to
ominous
tap me on the
phrase.
shoulder for?
I don't know. Just anyways. So what I was going to say, you do know that you should be putting the links also in the Patreon, right?
The
early
okay,
access
specify.
link.
Yeah. That so in the
You do
Patreon
post them in the Patreon, right?
Yes. So what I do
For
is
all
I
the
publish
patrons
them.
to see, correct?
Yes. So what I do
Okay,
is
great.
I publish them as unlisted, and then the patrons get like I put the little unlisted link in the post that embeds the
Mhm.
video, and that's what the patrons get. So yeah. So if you want to get that, if you want to see this, I like just the day after we record it, that because we recorded this a week ago. If you're seeing this publicly, then you can see it the day after. Is if you're a patron.
Well, then say
If
it
you
like
see
Also,
a
it,
week ago, or it could
why?
also
Why do
be
you
in
want
like
to see this?
4 years. We don't know when they're gonna launch.
well, yeah. Basically, if you're seeing this right when it comes
We just
out
know it's gonna be
publicly,
at least a
week.
week from the 12th
Yeah. So it's good. Yeah. Basically something like
of
that.
October.
But if you're a patron, it's
2020.
tomorrow. That's what we're trying to say.
Oh my God, the election is soon. It's less than a month.
Oh
Yep.
my. Oh me. Oh my.
We're gonna die. Can I move to Canada?
So, okay. So if 2020 was a series, because I know like people keep making that meme of like, hey, 2020 is a series, and I want to see the series finale. Like,
Mhm.
I have a feeling that if it
There
was written,
better
this
be a bomb.
this would be the moment where like the fucking writers would go on Twitter say like and put up a poll saying like basically implying this will be like change the entire fate of like the what happens next, like who
Oh
wins,
yeah.
Trump or Biden, and so
Gosh.
like basically yeah, so it'd either be a really dark and bleak like fucking look forward to how the fuck will they fix this Infinity War style, or it will be like, oh, okay, we're not all the way okay, but we're on the right track at least. So let's try this shit.
Oops.
It's not the worst option, I
Wait.
guess.
Speaking,
It's
wait,
okay.
speaking
It's
of
okay.
horrible, awful. Wait, speaking of horrible, awful things, one of the governors, specifically the governor of Michigan, was almost assassinated last week.
Oh
Shit,
my.
what?
Did neither of you hear about this? Okay, so
I
You didn't
did
open
not.
with that?
So what? No, I didn't open with that because I had a man to talk about. So last week there has been a plot for months of these 13 domestic terrorists that were planning to kidnap her from her home and interrogate her, film it, and then kill her. And so it was stopped by the FBI the day before that it was supposed to go down. And their plan was to like bomb some building to like divert police. That way they had easier access of kidnapping her. But the more insane thing about it is they were wanting to kill her because of her restrictions on COVID-19.
Well,
They wanted to
Okay.
kill a woman because she made them wear masks.
Oh my god, I was afraid you were
Yeah.
gonna say that. I
that
knew you were
sounds
gonna
like
say anti-masker.
alright.
And
I
so
I am
forgot
just
seven
this.
of them,
presuming.
I don't know why I forgot
obviously.
this was the States.
so seven
Yeah.
of them are semi-confirmed to be from the Proud Boys, of course. And then, wait, did either of you see how the Proud Boys are getting trolled right now?
Yes, I
No.
love it so much. I was gonna say that.
You
yeah.
haven't?
Oh wait, on Twitter.
Yes.
On
Or
Yeah,
Reddit
yeah,
Reddit
too.
yeah,
either.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
On Reddit, yeah.
it's on Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram. I've seen so far. They've, for people who don't know, they're posting pictures of obviously gay men or like gay porn or very gay things, and then putting #Proud Boys to then have the only thing that's Proud Boys related just very gay. and it's
But
very funny.
I had no idea about like I just want to say I had no idea until the trolling thing that Proud Boys was even a thing. So
Gonna be honest, neither did I.
royal thank royal fuck I didn't do this. Like but I was like because I thought it was just a trendy thing in the gay community that for some reason they call each other Proud Boys. Like, oh, you're proud of being gay. Like I was going to say I was gonna like say, man, I just love the Proud Boys on Twitter. And
Oh
so
no.
I was thank everything, but if there is a God, thank him, her, or it so fucking much.
Why did
But
you
yeah,
assume it's a man?
I no, I said thank him, her,
Because
or it.
cultural indoctrination.
Because I think okay, just to briefly say, if God exists, I'm pretty sure it's an it. I don't think it would identify as a fucking gender. I consider God I keep saying he because I'm so conditioned from childhood.
You
But
fucking
if
mansplainer.
if God exists, I'm pretty sure it's like a fucking blob somewhere out in space. Like,
If God exists, it's beyond my caring because what's it matter?
exactly.
So I don't think about it that much. It's
Could you
crazy
I
that
need to
imagine?
send
people.
you. Wait, I need to
Oh,
send both of you the egg because I thought it was a very cool thing when talking about God. So the
Could,
basic
yeah.
premise
yeah.
of it is is that each of us are God, like one being, but we're slow. The reason why we keep getting reborn is because we're learning over time how to become this full higher being eventually.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's not a legit religion or anything. At least I don't
Okay.
think. But from what I saw,
It's
it was
kind of
just a
like
cool concept.
it's a little tiny bit like the whole like dreams may come way of thinking. Where if you've seen that movie, Robin Williams, it's a great one. But like basically the concept in that is like in the afterlife, it kind of starts as a painting for you, but like you have to like
Hmm.
strengthen your like ability to imagine because anything that you imagine or like let yourself believe is true, and everybody gets their own private universe that they can like, I get. They imply that you can invite people in and everything like that. There's like a whole structure to it that's pretty fucking cool. And there's like public ones you can go to, like as in like people can gather in masses, like to do art and shit. But
Add it to. I sent you that like beginning of a novel I wrote. Let's just collaborate.
did you?
Yeah, I
I
sent
read
it
a
to you. You
child's.
never read it, but yeah, I sent it to
Oh, I'm so sorry. I forget things really easily. It's nothing
you. Yeah,
I
no, I
read a
personal.
get you.
children's book once,
You
and then I'm
Oh, you
working on my
did?
just
second one.
once.
Would you like to
No,
read segments of it?
I mean it's not finished. It's still in the editing phase. But the base, I don't want to say it because I don't want someone to steal it. Um, but then
Did
Do you
I'm
know that
working.
Captain Underpants is one of the most banned books in America?
Really?
Fucking what?
Yeah, because the like board that bans books for like elementary school, I don't know what the board's called, but they were
Uh-huh.
just like, oh, it
Oh,
promotes
the Google one.
defying authority.
Ugh. Oh my! It's funny. That's exactly what my dad always fucking promoted. So I know he'd thrown at that. They're not defying
Yeah.
authority, but questioning,
Even
I
the
believe.
books don't do that either. Like, yeah, they defy authority, but they're also just children. So,
I
of
thought you were
course they
gonna
will.
say because like I thought you were gonna pull out like some like far reach bullshit that like Captain Underpants is in his underwear out in public and that's obscene or
I
something
mean,
like
that's one of
that.
the reasons as well.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say
There,
because
there
that
was
would
one
at least
scene where
make
he
vague
takes
sense.
off his underwear and flicks it at the bad guy, and the next scene is just in a barrel, and they're just like nudity, and just banned it.
Like I can at least vaguely see that one. It's a little bit far
Okay,
fetched, but I can
I
vaguely
think
see that.
that's.
No.
But defying authority?
I could. If they're gonna ban it, don't ban it anything higher than like fourth grade. Because like at that
Yeah.
point, it's like if especially if the kid has the internet, they've seen worse. So
Yeah,
like
there was like a
I don't understand banning a book. I don't
I
get it anymore. Like unless it's like Anne Frank's diary about the Holocaust, like okay, maybe we shouldn't show it to them that early per se. But like fucking Captain Underpants. I'm gonna be
Underpants
honest.
doesn't promote anything bad really.
I've only read maybe like half of one of those books, and then didn't care anymore. So I don't know. Maybe I was just a weird kid and still am. But like, I don't.
I've
It
read
doesn't.
most of them, and most of them are just about being a kid and having fun.
I've read none of them. I wasn't like my
I thought that they were on like the
basically
same par of like comedy level, or like not the same genre, but like the same gist as like Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
something
Just
like that
being
probably.
I
yourself
mean,
or some shit.
yeah, kinda.
Like I'm gonna be honest, if I ever brought those home, then my mom like I knew that my mom would probably like shame me because like, how much and stuff in the
Is
house.
he also shitty for you?
Oh, okay. I was just like, I just assumed this is me because Don didn't say shit yet.
Well,
God,
because
were
at
we
first I
both
was
in that
well,
limbo of just
because
like,
normally I like I don't ignore, but like I don't listen. Like I am paying, like I
Okay, am I
am
better
looking
now?
and trying to hear, yes, and trying
yeah.
to hear what people are saying. But he was speaking to me, and I was taking in none of it. And then I realized, oh, the reason why I'm taking in none of it is because there's no language being spoken to me. Got it.
Okay,
So then I
so
asked.
uh, what was I gonna say? What was I talking
Whatever.
about?
Your
Fuck.
opinion doesn't matter, anyways.
Captain Underpants something. You said
Oh
you
yeah,
brought
I
those
know that
books
if I
home.
basically
Yeah.
if I br- no if I brought I knew that if I brought a book like that home, then I get like a really judgy look from my mom because it looks really fucking stupid, and so I was like always living in fear of that. But yeah, that's also why I didn't bring home Bones or any of the other books that the other kids read. But yeah, I did get really into Geronimo Stilton though. Those are way better than they're given any credit for.
I don't even know those.
Fuck! Nobody does, and I wish they did.
Steve,
What's
why
it
do you
called?
expect people to read?
Geronimo Stilton. Very good
Geronimo
children's book
Stilton.
series.
Okay.
Just mystery books, adventure books.
I might have to look that
Just
up.
simple children's mysteries. It's pretty fucking good. Like I'd read
I
them
started
now.
reading.
I
I
always
started reading Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy again. God, I missed it. It's so good.
I gotta read that one.
I
Do
really
it.
like the probably one of my favorite children's books is the series of the Magic Treehouse series. The shit's always so good. I
Never
always
heard of it.
loved it.
Why is that? Wait, what is that? Because I
Okay,
think I
so
remember
so
it.
Magic Treehouse is like whenever so like basically these two, I think it was twins, like a boy and a girl, would like bring something to this treehouse and say that they wanted to go there, and then the treehouse would like magically bring them to that story, whether it be like a date and time or like an actual like book. So like they went on like the Titanic, they went on they like went to one of like the Roman Olympics or Greeks, whoever the fuck did the Olympics first. They went to one of those. But there was like I think 40 books total of different stories that they went through. It was really
Oh my
good. I always
gosh, I
enjoyed them.
didn't even realize I remember these.
Yeah, they're so good.
Dang. Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
Oh, well, maybe you should because it's even in adulthood, it's very good. I always liked her.
Okay.
And
I mean, I'll try it. I need an
I want
audiobook
to
though of
say,
it because I'm really bad at like reading unless I'm reading to someone.
oh, same.
Oh, so going back to Captain Underpants, did y'all watch the movie
Mhm.
that they made a couple
I've
years
heard
ago?
of it. I've seen the trailer.
I
It
the one with
is
Kevin Hart.
amazing. I think so, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love that film so much.
Have
In
either
my
of you
like
watched?
top 5
Oh,
animated
sorry.
films of all time.
Seriously?
Have
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Are are you in any way a Marvel fan? I'm curious.
Yes,
Okay.
I have watched
There's a
Spider-Verse.
very specific reason I ask. Would you put it above Spider-Verse?
I would either put it right next to or above.
Wow, I gotta see this fucking shit.
Because the
Wow.
style, they capture it perfectly. Like, yes, it's a lot of stupid child humor, but if that's kind of your thing going in, you're just like, I know they're going to make a lot of these stupid
that's Steve's
jokes.
thing.
It's like Hubie
You're
Halloween.
good. What?
Like
Oh,
Hubie, oh,
Hubie.
it
Okay,
came
yeah.
out like they came like yeah. I never know how to fucking pronounce it. Hubie. But yeah, like it's like if you're going in expecting an Adam Sandler comedy, you'll be slightly surprised. Like it's just all the stuff
Yeah.
that you know, but done a little better, a little more thought and heart put into it.
Yeah.
Pretty damn
The
good.
movie
Also,
is
the
just
fucking premise
it
is
brings you
godlike.
back to childhood. Captain Underpants.
Okay.
I think
I don't want to
the first epic
re-experience my
movie, I think,
childhood.
is what
Thank
it's
you.
subtitled.
Do I need to have read the books to fully enjoy it?
I would assume not.
Not really. There are some parts which you might not appreciate as much as somebody who's read the books.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a part in each of the books where like there's action taking place. So they do what they call fliporama. So it's like a little like flip book type action that you flip really fast back and forth and you get the kind of animation your head puts together.
Mhm.
And they do that in one of the scenes of the movie,
Oh,
and
that's
it
cool.
melted my heart because it's just
Oh.
like, oh, that's so good.
They know their
They
fucking
really cared
audience.
about this movie. Yeah, this is unabashedly for this audience. They didn't try to market it to anyone else, and that's what makes it an amazing
awesome.
film.
You know what? I appreciate that. I appreciate that they like just stuck to the audience that they know, and they did it really fucking well for them.
Yeah,
This sounds like your end
it's
game.
amazing.
It does.
I mean, it's genuinely just so... I wasn't expecting an amazing movie.
Like you seeing the flip book sounds like what happened when I saw the portal scene. Like that's what I'm thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we have 3 minutes left. What do you wanna do
Mhm.
with it, Don?
Awesome.
Anyways, my Mr. Development is great. That's all I'm gonna say.
Awesome.
Oh, are we gonna get another to be continued, or is this it?
Probably. I mean, there were some things that I didn't mention, but that's because I can talk about them behind the scenes, or I can talk about them next week. It's just
I was
Oh
gonna say you
my.
can talk about them on Waffle Talk if you want to get more private about it.
I could.
It's optional.
Yeah. But I mean, I think Ashley's interested, so I don't want to like exclude her from that.
Well, I
Invite
mean,
me for 1 week.
yeah. Anyway, but so what do you want to do from here?
I had a plan.
Let's all dab together.
No. I refuse.
Yeah, I thought I could get out of doing that
He
shit.
dab.
Uh,
No, you gotta dab now.
okay, John, do the
Steve, you don't even
outro, and I'll
have
do it
to,
right
Steve,
at
you
the
don't,
end.
Steve, you don't even have to dab. You can literally just lift up your controllers and turn your hands. It looks the same.
Hold on.
I didn't tell you to
Do a
stand.
full-on dab.
Yeah.
No, that's how you have to do it properly.
Hold on.
I gotta make sure I don't fucking beat the shit out of my monitor. Hold on. I'm sitting in front of it. God.
Did you just slam the controller into your face?
No, I slammed my cushioned elbow into my headset. So that works. Because I forgot. Because when you dab, you don't do it expecting there's a headset on your face.
But when
Shubs,
you're
you don't
sitting in
know.
VR and
No,
you
no,
feel
no.
it on your face. Do it.
Shubs, do what
Yeah.
Shoves!
lead our example, not
I
what
hate
we do.
dabbing.
Wait, that's not what I meant. Don't follow any example.
Let's have
you
the
see on
entire
video,
audience do
anybody.
this. Come on, everybody. Everybody,
This is
do
gonna be a
the dab.
bitch to edit.
Nobody cares.
Okay.
My favorite thing about the dab is the first show I watched, going back all the way when we were talking about that earlier. You
I was 7
friended
years
me,
old.
and almost immediately after I dabbed, you're just like, I've made the worst decision. It's like you just immediately hated me, and now I'm on the show, bitch.
She's 3 seconds away from firing you. I would laugh so hard if he gave you Captain's trick just so that you could kick me temporarily.
I would have loved to do that. Thank you for the message, Don. That was nice.
Wait. So like, I wonder who joined the soonest after me in the server. I'm actually
That's been a
curious
thing
now.
in a place.
Have all the time. I'll wait until you have an outro to fucking edit it and cut it off.
Oh, I have an outro?
Cut.
Whatever you want.
That's
Say
my
something.
outro.
Say something.
No, that's my outro. Fuck it. Just cut it after I say I have an outro.